Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Morning chat. I do this every morning. It's my routine. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about the $5 challenges. And so on my Twitter, I downloaded these stretchy beans. And you can just Google stretchy beans, but what I did is I downloaded 20 bean recipes, and I got to copy those, because if I lose those, I will be so bummed out. So if you ever have to eat beans and you had some fried potatoes and beans, it would be much better if your bean recipes were legit. There's lentil burgers on there as well. Lentil and rice soup, pintos, and white beans. So last night I told you about the hairstylist that I worked side by side with, and we made essentially the same money. Okay, God bothered me about that one. At the particular jobs we worked, we did make the same amount of money, but I had 3 jobs, so they didn't have the other 2 jobs I did, and I got Pell Grants. In fact, one time, President Clinton, he issued 250,000 Pell Grants, and I got one, and it really came in handy. And that school has served me well over the years. I went to school for years and years and years, and a lot of times I got Pell Grants. So it wasn't actually true that they had as much money as I did, but they didn't earn as much money as I did. So now back to the $5 for 3 days food challenge. Okay, I got another one, and so I wrote mine down. I have my here's my 30-day menus. You guys may remember that. But I got another one last night, and that means I got 8 now. And it was actually a really good, it was this one from Kit Kat. A potato, an egg, and what was the third one? An apple. I can't read my own writing. And so what's happening, what I'm doing, and I posted this list on Twitter. There's a lot of stuff on that Twitter. Mostly the stuff on Twitter is the stuff I want to tell people. Okay, so on the first $5 challenge I did, I dumpster dived 4 pounds of rice. And then, because I found the rice, I bought a $1 bag of pinto beans so that I can make rice and beans. So by doing the $5 challenge, I had rice and beans. And then on this particular, the way I was thinking, I bought a package of cheese. This was at Food for Less, and I found that American cheese for $1 really good at Food for Less, and I wouldn't have tried it unless I was trying to do the $5 challenges, and I really like it. It's perfect for macaroni and cheese. And then I bought hot dogs and tortillas, and you might be thinking, well, why hot dogs and tortillas? Well, I bought the tortillas to go with the rice and beans, but also, if you guys were following me, I made hot dogs wrapped in tortillas, and I fried it, and that is really good. Especially if you don't have much food, anything's going to be really good. So that was that. So I have evaluated the first one. Okay, the second one was Jessica, and she bought the 2 packages. I think you get 6 packages of top ramen for $1, 2 of them. So she had like 10 or 12 top ramens. And top ramens are really good because if you have a few vegetables and leftover vegetables, or you have some little pieces of meat, or you have hot sauce and lime juice. I stockpiled a large lemon and lime. And Jan from New York City did one, and she had limes, which would give you some lime juice in your water. And if you had sugar, all the much better. So I thought that was a great idea too. And so these things may sound like little things, but they're not, because now you can go out and you can stockpile this stuff and protect yourself from running out of food. So Jessica bought the top ramen, a loaf of bread, and I found the bread to be really good, 84 cents at Walmart. So you're saving 16 cents. A one package of bologna. So you could have 8 sandwiches for $2. So you figure your sandwiches are costing 20-something cents. And you could have a top ramen. And those are about 18 cents as well. So that's about 60 cents right there. And then she bought a jar of peanut butter. And if you go to the food bank and they give you a can of fruit, if you boil that fruit down and you add a little sugar, and if you do have lemon and lime, when you turn the heat off, add the lemon and lime, then you have peanut butter and jam. That is very important to know if you should have to go to the food bank. Oh, I want to mention these earrings. See these earrings? Okay. I buy this kind of stuff only if I get it dirt cheap. And when I go to the swap meet, I sell these $3, 2 for $5. So that I'll never starve. I don't want to starve. Okay, so Jessica's was really good. That's my evaluation of Jessica's $5 challenge. Then I did another one at Walmart, and one of the things I'm seeing over and over in the challenges is eggs. And I had eggs because I was thinking to go with the food I already have. So if I have Jessica's bread and I have eggs, I can have eggs and toast. And if I go to the food bank, I can have some jam on my toast. Or if I get the fruit out of the laundry room that somebody left, then I can have. And if I get the beans out of the laundry room. Okay, then I bought, okay, now this is something really great I discovered at Walmart. They had these little bags about this big of pasta for 26 cents. So remember how we're saving our vegetables and our chicken bones? So from now on, when I buy my chicken breasts, I will get the breast with bones and cut my bones out and save my bones so I can make some chicken noodle soup. So if you get this 26-cent pasta, that protects you from not having a little pasta to put in your vegetable soup, and you can use half a package, so that'd be 12 cents. And then I bought the pizza. Okay, now that's important because a lot of us like to have pizza once a week. I got one more day of this miserable diet. I look very bad today. That diet makes me suffer like hell. But at Christmas, by God, I buy myself a red blouse and, color my hair. So, okay, so there's method to the madness. So the pizza at Walmart is the best I have found so far. I'm on the search. Remember when I searched out the soup? The best prices, Aldi's and Walmart. I went to Aldi's yesterday and there wasn't much soup, which leads me to believe people are buying soup, you guys. And I suggest you do that too. Not wild running out, busting your budget. Just buy a couple things here and there like I do. Do what I do. Not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. Tailor it to your own. That's what was so good about these challenges. So far I have discovered pizza at Walmart. Macaroni and cheese, 40 cents. The thing that is so good about that is then you find the cheese for $1 and you put a couple pieces of cheese, that cheese in your macaroni and cheese, and your macaroni and cheese is going to be a lot better. I found spaghetti sauce at Walmart for 83 cents, so I have 17 cents, as opposed to paying $1. And then this was the deal I found this week. I thought one of the best deals I found this week, lard, 1 pound for $1.50. In fact, I'll be buying a couple more for the stockpile. So that was challenge number 3. And I have evaluated this challenge, and now we're moving on to the next challenge. Okay, now this was like a shock to me. Stacy Johnson left a really good $5 food challenge, and hers was a bag of potatoes. So I want to put on my list a bag of potatoes for 99 cents. A bag of apples for 99 cents. Because when you buy the apples loose, they cost 2 times as much as a banana. But at the 99-cent store, you can buy a bag of apples. And I want to buy one bag of carrots. Because if you want to make a salad, if you have three vegetables like tomatoes, lettuce, and carrots, that's going to be, or cucumbers are good. Okay, and then she had 1 bag of beans, and I'm thinking, actually for the food storage, the bags are better because your neighbor doesn't have any food. You can take half a bag of beans, easier than trying to split a can. I don't suggest being selfish. I don't think that's the way to go. 1 can, and then she had 1 can of evaporated milk. This week when I was at Food for Less, I saw they had those $5 cans for $3.99 of powdered milk. So I'll be buying 2 of those, and I will show you when I do it. So you want the evaporated milk is really good to have because you can cook your beans, and then you can, if you don't have cheese, you can thin them out a little bit with evaporated milk, 1/2 milk, 1/2 water. 1 package of tortillas. So that is like the second time 2 of us came up with tortillas. So what I want to do is I want to put a star by tortillas and eggs, because what I want to do is create a shopping list that protects me from running out of food. Then she bought her eggs at Aldi's, and yesterday Aldi's had eggs 49 cents, but I didn't need all eggs because I already bought eggs. But one time I went up there and they were out of eggs, so that was totally inconvenient. But when she bought her eggs at Aldi, she also got a jalapeno and onion. So her meals were egg and potatoes. The thing about egg and potatoes is really good is because you have a carb. Egg and potato burrito. Potato soup. I have a couple really good potato soup recipes. Fried potatoes and beans. Now that's me. And Penny Pinching Granny said save your bacon grease, and I've been saving my bacon grease. So I've been saving my bacon grease, I've been saving my meat fat, I've been saving my chicken parts, and I've been saving my little bits of vegetables. And that's really going to help me, you guys. Okay, that was Stacy Johnson's. That was number 4, and I thought that was that's why I added 1 bag of potatoes and 1 bag of apples. Okay, then I went to Walmart for the challenge 5. I bought 2 Chubb's turkey meat for $1.50 each. I don't think substituting eggs for meat is like a good long-term idea at all. So if you can find these meats cheap like this, it was 16 ounces too. And I thought, wow, this stuff's gonna probably taste awful. It was fine. Tonight I'm making some meatballs. And I bought these turkey meat because, you know, I'm on the low carb diet. I hate diets. I'm suffering, but that's okay. Today is the last day. I couldn't live on one of these. I don't think it's a good idea. And this is funny, as weight is coming off, my body is really flabby. It's very unattractive. Then I bought one package of cereal, and you guys saw that I took the candy out for family night yesterday, and my son enjoyed them, and so did I. And the followers told me you can buy those marshmallow candies at Big Lots. I don't need to be eating more candies, you guys. That package of cereal, though, was good. The cereal itself is good, but I'm on the low-carb diet, so I've got to wait to eat it. I like to get up in the middle of the night and eat big bowls of cereal. And then I got a dented can of evaporated milk for 93 cents. So I saved 7 cents. So you're saving 12 cents here, 13 cents there, and it's really going to help you. Okay, and so that was $5 challenge number 5. Okay, $5 challenge number 6. Where did this one come from? I don't remember where I bought this. I should have written it. Oh, this was Aldi's. The thing about Aldi's, this is my opinion. I like Aldi's. You guys see me shop there. Okay, they don't have a big selection of food. They have a limited selection of food. They have cheap food, and then some of their food is overpriced, in my opinion. It's your choice as to whether you want to buy it or not, but what they count on is you're there, so you say, okay. Their eggs are super cheap. Their soup is super cheap. Their Rotel tomatoes are super cheap. Their cheese is a good deal, 10 ounces for $1.99, but some of their stuff is overpriced, you guys. Okay, so I bought hot dog buns for 99 cents, and I got 8 hot dog buns. And then I bought hot dogs, 79 cents. I got 8 hot dog buns. So for 20 cents, you can have a hot dog. And then if you had some top ramen in your stockpile, or if you had a bag of potatoes and you fried your potatoes into some French fries, that'd be cool. I bought sausage, 95 cents. I bought the sausage because I was on the low-carb diet, and I like, sausages. What I do on the low-carb diet, in case any of you want to follow suit, I wouldn't encourage anybody to unless you're extremely healthy. I eat a fairly high-fat diet early in the day, and then I go light at night. Tonight, I have a really good video for you guys, and it is nuggets like McDonald's. I thought mine were better, but frozen vegetables, 79 cents. Okay, 79 cents is really good, and I got the mixed vegetables. All things being equal, you want to buy mixed vegetables because you can make soup out of them, or you can add them to all kinds of things, like your stir fry. Let me give you my stir fry recipe. Fry bacon, fry ham, fry Spam, cut it in little pieces, move it to one side, scramble 2 eggs, add cooked rice, add like mixed vegetables, stir fry, season with salt, pepper, and sugar, and I hope you have soy sauce. I bought 1 tomato sauce, and that was to go with my lentil soup. And on my Twitter, I have the lentil soup recipe, and I also have a really good lentil soup recipe, and I wanted to give it to you guys, but I couldn't because I couldn't find it. And then I bought 3 fruits, lime, banana, and apples, and they weren't the best deal. I could buy a whole bag of apples at 99 cents only for $1. Okay, so that was my $5 challenge. This is number 6. Okay, and then this was like a pleasant surprise, a very pleasant surprise. Penny Pinching Granny took the food challenge. And as I was looking through her, and she did 3 of them, you guys. When you've been doing it all your life. And in one thing, she said, my grandmother. So, you know, my ears were like, so I was thrilled about this. And as I'm reading her, you want to look these over and re-look these over because things start occurring to you. She had 1 dozen eggs and 8 slices of Canadian bacon. And I go, oh, I'm going to be, let me write this down. I'm going to be checking out Canadian bacon. And 2 bananas. Bananas are pretty cheap. And you can freeze them if you don't get around to eating them. And that was pretty much her breakfast. And that's pretty decent breakfast. And if you have stuff in your stockpile to make homemade bread, which I have hammered on, that's a damn good breakfast. Then she had for lunch a 12-ounce bag of salad, tuna, and boiled eggs. But something occurred to me when I was looking at this. You could have your salad with your tuna and 2 deviled eggs, but you could also mix your eggs in with your tuna to make more tuna salad. That'd be good too. Dinner, okay, this was the really great, this one right here. This was her grandmother's recipe. Macaroni, and I stockpile macaroni. Tomatoes, all things being equal, she got them for 34 cents. All things being equal, I try to get stewed tomatoes. Bacon grease, which we're saving now. Salt and pepper. Now in my family, we had a version of this, but I think her version is better. And then she had a box of cornbread. Her version is better because then you have a little fat in your soup. Ours was macaroni, tomatoes, salt, pepper, and sugar. Hers is macaroni, tomatoes, bacon grease, salt, and pepper with garlic bread. And that is good, you guys. I will be making that. You can bet that. Then menu 2. The breakfast was the eggs and Canadian bacon and bananas. And then she had a can of mixed beans. And I thought, wow, why don't you get the mixed beans as opposed to just getting one type of beans when you can? They are a little bit difficult to be found, but they can be found. And then she had bacon or bacon grease. Now we're talking about you having no money, and cornbread. And then if you were smart and you had some potatoes and you had a bag of carrots, or you had some vegetables in your freezer, those mixed beans could be pretty good. And that makes a lot. So what I noticed, like with her on evaluation, I mean, some of you, you know, when you first learn something, look into it a little bit. Her macaroni and tomatoes and her can of mixed beans is going to make a big pot of food. And then for dinner, now that's only lunch. That's assuming you're a big eater. She had a can of tomatoes. This was for soup. Tomato sauce. Now, tomato sauce is something you want to stockpile when you, tomatoes and tomato sauce. You want to stockpile that when you get it at a good price. Just buy 1 or 2 cans at a time. Mixed vegetables, and she had tomatoes, tomato sauce, mixed vegetables, salt, pepper, bacon grease, and cornbread. So you might be thinking about, what's with this bacon grease? Well, that's going to give you a little fat in your diet. So from now on, you're going to be saving your bacon grease. Now, penny pinching grandma or granny had a meal number 3, same breakfast. Lunch was top ramen and a 5-ounce chicken, so a can of chicken. So if you had some soup and some chicken in your stockpile, you could make homemade bread. Or if you had some rice, you could make yourself a pretty good little soup. Dinner. Now this one is the one that is really a good one. 1 can green beans. Why? Because they give you that at the food bank. And you might say, what about these stupid beans? 1 cornbread and scalloped potatoes. So your green beans and your potatoes, your fried potatoes as well with ketchup. Or how about scrambling up some of that bacon I bought? Green beans, cornbread, and scalloped potatoes. She had a box of those scalloped potatoes, and I made some good stuff the other night with those scalloped potatoes. Okay, if you want to make them homemade, which is cheaper, you slice your potatoes and you buy a bag of potatoes like Stacy, and you slice them, and I butter or I use lard. Now, a lard is good when you're preparing like a meal, or say if you didn't have any bacon grease. If you're a hater of bacon and you fry your turkey bacon in oil, save your oil. I mean, even if it's only a little bit. Okay, so back to the green beans and the scalloped potatoes. Okay, you butter your pan, you put a layer of potatoes, you dot your potatoes with margarine, but if you don't have any, use your shortening just a tiny bit. You sprinkle a little flour and you layer it up, and then you pour either, I use evaporated milk, 1/2 evaporated milk, 1/2 water, and then I bake it down, and it's really good. So all you need is margarine, potatoes, flour, and evaporated milk, or any kind of milk. And you know, the green beans can be used, a bean is a bean is a bean, you guys. You can cook your green beans with a little bacon grease, salt, and pepper. Or bacon if you have it, that'd even be better. So you've got your green beans. So what I really like about a lot of Penny Pinching Granny is her menus can be made out of the food bank food. If you're like me and you went to the food bank and you said, what, you know, you don't know what to do with the food. Okay, now, let's see, who did this one? Oh, this was Jan from New York City Saves Money. This was the 8th one. She had 6 bananas or 3 apples. If you buy fruit loose, I think that apple I bought yesterday was 50 cents. And I said to myself, are you effing stupid? You can go to the 99-cent only and buy a whole bag of potatoes for 99 cents. 6 bananas or 3 apples. I don't think it's good to eat the same thing like bananas all the time. Another thing, you know, you're apt to get canned fruit at the food bank or the food pantries. Get all the canned fruit you can. There's all kinds of stuff you can make out of it. 1 dozen eggs, so you can, and she mentioned you can just boil the eggs. If you don't have a damn bit of food in your house, you can boil the eggs. She had oatmeal or saltines. And so I thought these two, now this is oatmeal's one thing I'm going to be stockpiling because I got a feeling that stuff could be hard to get your hands on in a food shortage situation. And then saltines, why they're good is they're going to last you forever. You know, you're not going to have to worry about your saltines getting mold or anything, and you can use them for bread. And they do have them with no salt. And then her next one was vegetable soup, and she had split peas. Just so happens I have the best recipe in the entire world for split pea soup, and I'm going to give it to you guys. But she had split peas and small can of sliced carrots. So the split peas, I'm going to add split peas to my list. I have quite a few, but I want to get more lentils and more split peas. So I thought the split peas, I'm going to put a star by the split peas. I thought the split peas were really a good idea. And then, you know, you're up to get carrots, a can of carrots at the food bank. They will give you canned vegetables. So if you make good use of your canned vegetables, or if you have the bag of frozen vegetables from Aldi's, don't buy it for $1. Go to Aldi's and get it for 79 cents. Okay, now this is really a good one. Number 9, Kit Kat Camp. One potato, 1 egg, and 1 apple. And I would assume you do that 3 times a day. Okay, if you buy your apples at $1 a bag and you buy your eggs at $1 per carton, or 49 cents better, Aldi's, and 1 bag of potatoes, that should leave you $2. Okay, what's so good about this is your potato is a carb, your egg is a protein, and your apple is a fruit. Now, there's nothing to say you couldn't mix this up. You know, you could have potato or sweet potato or some other root food. You could have an egg or one other 18-cent protein, and you could switch up your vegetables, or you could buy the bags of potatoes. This was actually one of the best ones. It really was. Because you could probably live on this. You buy a bag of potatoes for $1. You buy a carton of eggs for 50 cents at Aldi's, and you buy a bag of apples for 99 cents. And then you buy a package of mixed vegetables, and you can, let's see, let me look on my list. Or how about this? You buy a bag of potatoes, you buy some eggs for 49 cents, and you buy a bag of apples, and then you go to the food banks and you go to the food pantries and you save your $2.50 in case you really need something. Because this is for 3 days, right? So say you go 3 days and you spent $2.50 and you went to the food bank, then the 3 days goes by pretty fast, although on this diet, then you have the next 3 days, you have $7.50. And that little bit of extra money is going to give you more buying power. So I really want to, if I find more of these $5 challenges, I will write them down. And what I want to do is make use of these challenges in my stockpiling, in my ways of existing. And I really want to thank, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Stacy, who makes tons of great comments. And as soon as I get off this diet, I'm going to make those Cool Whip cookies she left. So big thanks to Jessica. Big thanks to Stacy. This was a great one. Let's see. Big thanks to Penny Pinching Granny. And she might do another one, you guys. And big thanks to Jan from New York City Saves Money. She's got a lot of great tips, too. And big thanks, I thought this was, you know, sometimes when you keep it simple, Kit Kat Camp, that was a great $5 challenge. that was actually to be had for $2.50. So that was so great about it. So, okay, I'm working today, and I will see you guys later.